Good day everyone! Welcome to our Math 8 Turuan. And our lesson for today, the rectangular coordinate system. For our objectives, at the end of the lesson, the student should be able to illustrate the rectangular coordinate system, identify the parts of a rectangular coordinate system, plot points in a rectangular coordinate system, and find the location of a point in a rectangular coordinate system. Okay, so let's start with definition. What is a rectangular coordinate system? The rectangular coordinate system is also known as the Cartesian Coordinate System, after René Descartes, who popularized its use in analytic geometry. It is based on a two-dimensional plane consisting of the x-axis and y-axis perpendicular to each other. The axes divide the plane into four sections. We have here the rectangular coordinate plane. As you can see, we have the x-axis and the y-axis. So what do you mean by x-axis? The x-axis is the horizontal number line. So as you can see here, this is what we call the x-axis. And from the center, going to the right, we have the positive integers. While from the center, going to the left, we have the negative integers. Y-axis. That is the y-axis. It is the vertical number line. So as you can see, from the center, going up, we have positive integers. While from the center, going down, we have negative integers. Now, what do you call to the center, whose value is 0? Very good. That is what we call the origin. The origin is the point of intersection of the x and y axis, whose coordinates are 0, 0. The x and y axis divides the rectangular coordinate plane into four regions, and that is what we call quadrants. Ordered pair, the x, y. It represents the position of a point relative to the origin. Coordinates are the value of x and y in an ordered pair. The x-coordinate or the abscissa, it is the value of x in an ordered pair. It represents the position to the right of the origin if positive, and to the left if negative. Y-coordinate or ordinate, it is the value of y in an ordered pair. It represents the position above the origin if positive, and below the origin if negative. Let's talk about the quadrants. So as you can see here, the x and y axis divide the rectangular plane into four regions, and that is what we call quadrants. Now, the four quadrants, namely Quadrant 1, that is located on the upper right of the rectangular plane. The Quadrant 2, which is located on the left side of Quadrant 1. Quadrant 3, that is located below on Quadrant 2. And Quadrant 4, which is located on the right side of Quadrant 3. Now, in Quadrant 1, as you observe, it is located wherein the value of x-axis is positive and the value of y-axis is positive. Therefore, we can say that the Quadrant 1 has the coordinates of positive for x and positive for y, or positive, positive. While in Quadrant 2, as you can see, it is located on the negative side of x-axis and the positive side of y-axis. Therefore, we can say that the coordinate of quadrant 2 is negative for x-axis and positive for y-axis. How about quadrant 3? As you can see, it is located on the negative side of the x-axis and negative side of the y-axis. Therefore, quadrant 3 contains a negative value for x and negative value for y. Negative, negative. While for quadrant 4, as you can see, it is located on the positive value of x and negative value for y. Therefore, we can say that quadrant 4 has the coordinates of positive for x and negative for y, or positive, negative. Now, observe the figure. We have here a point. Let us denote the point as point A. Now, point A is located in quadrant 1. Point A is 2 units from the origin. Take a look at this. This is our origin. So we have 1, 2. So that is 2 units from the origin on the right side of the x-axis. And point A is 3 units above the origin. So again, this is the origin. 1, 2, 3. So that is 3 units above the origin and 2 units to the right of the origin. Therefore, what is the coordinate of point A? Very good. The coordinate of point A is 2, 3. Positive 2, positive 3. That is the coordinates. Now, what is the value of the x coordinate or the abscissa? Very good. The abscissa is positive 2. How about the y coordinate or the ordinate? Very good. The ordinate is positive 3. Next example. We have here a point. We denote the point as point B. Now, point B is located on quadrant 3. Point B is 5 units on the left side of the origin. So this is our origin. We have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. So that is negative 5 from the left side of the origin. And 2 units below the origin. So this is our origin. We have 1 and 2. That is below the origin. So that is the location of our point B. Therefore, what is the coordinate of point B? Very good. Point B has a coordinates of negative 5, negative 2. Now, what is the value of the abscissa? Correct. The abscissa is negative 5. How about the ordinate? Correct. The ordinate is negative 2. So that is point B. Next, look at this point. So as you can see, it is lying on the vertical line. Let us denote this point as point C. Point C is located on the y-axis. It is not located in quadrant 1 or quadrant 2. It is actually located on the y-axis. Point C is 2 units above the origin. So if this is our origin, we can locate this as on 2 units above the origin. Therefore, can you guess the coordinates of point C? Correct. The value of x is 0. The value of y is positive 2. Now, what is the abscissa? Very good. Our abscissa is 0 and the ordinate is positive 2. Now, let us try to plot the following points. 1 to 5. So, let us start with number 1, point D, whose coordinates 4, 1. So, before we plot the given point, let us try to locate on which quadrant can we locate point D. Anybody? Correct. We can locate point D on quadrant 1 since the sign of X and Y are both positive. So, let us start to plot the given point. Now, we have here reminders. Always starts at the origin. So, we are going to start here at the origin. And then, we are going to move 4 units. Since it is positive, so from the origin, we are going to move 4 units to the right of the x-axis since the given value of the coordinate is positive. So from the origin, let us count 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we stop here for a while. Then, look at the value of y coordinate. Positive 1. So what does it mean? It means that we are going to move 1 unit upward. From this point, we are going to move 1 unit upward. And stop. So, this will be our point D. So, we plot the point and we denote the letter D. So, guys, this is our point D, which is located in quadrant 1. Next, number 2, point E, which is 2, negative 3. Where can we locate point E? Very good. We can locate point E on quadrant 4 since the sign is a positive and negative. So, let us start to plot. Again, we have here a reminder. We are going to start at the origin. So, let us just erase here. Alright. Yeah. Okay. So, start at the origin. And then identify the value of x coordinate positive 2. So, that is positive, meaning from the origin, we are going to move 2 units to the right of the x-axis. 1, 2. And then we are going to stop for a while. Then identify the value of the y coordinate, negative 3. What does it mean? It means that we're going to move 3 units downward. 1, 2, 3. And then plot the given point. Alright. And then denote letter E. So, this is now our point E. Alright. Next, number 3, point F. Where can we locate point F? Point F is located in the x-axis. Why? Since the value of y is equal to 0. So, let us start to plot the given point. Again, where do we start? Very good. We are going to start at the origin. Then, identify the value of x. Negative 3. So, what does it mean? It means that we are going to move 3 units to the left of the x-axis from the origin. So, let us move to the left. 1, 2, 3. And then pause for a while. And then identify the value of y, which is 0. What does it mean? It means that we are not going to move upward or downward. We stay at this point since the value of y is 0. Then finally, we plot the point. Alright, and then we denote letter F. So guys, this is now our point F located at the x-axis. Next, point G, -4, -5. Point G is located in quadrant 2 since the sign is negative and positive. So now, let us try to plot the given point. So, again, we have here our reminder. We start at the origin. Then, identify the value of x, -4. What does it mean? We are going to move 4 units to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then pause for a while at this point. Identify the value of y, which is +5. What does it mean? We are going to move 5 units above. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then stop at this point and plot. Alright, and then we denote letter G. So now, this is our point G located on the second quadrant. So let us have the last number, number 5, point H, 0, -6. So where can we locate point H? Very good. Point H is located in a y-axis. Why? Since the value of x is equal to 0. So let us start to plot the given points. Again, we are going to start at the origin. Okay, so let us start at the origin. Then we are going to move how many units to the right? 0. How many units to the left? 0. It means that we are going to stay here. We are not going to move to the right or to the left since the value of x is 0. Then we look at the value of y, -6. What does it mean? So from the origin, we are going to move downward 6 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then plot the point and then denote letter H. So now, this is our point H. So that is how we plot a given points. Again, we start always at the origin. Identify the location of the given points. Identify the x-coordinate and count from the origin. Is it going to the right or going to the left? And then identify the value of y. Is it going upward or going downward? So that is how we plot points on a Cartesian plane. Now, for your learning task for this week, in letter A, in a graphing paper, you're going to plot the given points in one coordinate plane. So we have point A, -4, 3, point B, 2, 7, point C, 5, -1, point D, 0, -8, point E, -6, -2. How many points do we have in one coordinate plane? We have 5 different points. Point A, B, C, D, and E. Now in letter B, at the back of the graphing paper, identify the quadrants or axes of the following points. You're just going to write if it is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4, x-axis, or y-axis. So in number 1, -4, -2. Number 2, 5, 0. Number 3, 6, -8. Number 4, -10, -35. And number 5, 0, -12. And that is the end of our Math 8 turuan. Happy learning!